The Novice trick, Sleeping Beauty for 3 seconds. Sleeping Beauty is not only a trick in itself, it also forms the beginning of the rollover. Please exercise caution with this trick. It is not suited to all dogs. Progress slowly and carefully and work only on grass or a soft surface, not on cement or any other hard surface. The objective is that your dog moves from an upright down, rolls over onto one hip, and then onto his side, or further onto his back. He remains in whichever position is taken up for 3 seconds. The dog starts in an upright down or a sphinx down. Many of the following clips are in slow motion to enable you to see the movement clearly. With the dog in an upright down, use a lure or hand target to encourage him to turn his head around towards his shoulder. Mark and reward for this movement. On the next repetition, take your hand and treat a little further and mark if he rolls onto one hip, then reward. Each dog is different, and you may need to try different placement of the lure to get the movement onto his hip. She is more inclined to stretch than to roll onto her hip. Be careful to avoid sudden movement, which can occur if the dog is a bit over-enthusiastic about getting to the treat. If you need to lower the excitement, try using a lower value treat for the lure. Then, with the treat on his nose, guide him to lie on his side. If the dog is inclined to be throwing himself about to get to the treat, you can focus attention on the treat in one hand as you bring your other hand, also holding a treat, over his shoulder. One hand is keeping him focused forward, the other hand comes in and guides him to lie on his side. Neither hand or forearm applies any force to push or hold the dog's head or shoulders down. They are simply guiding the dog's movement. Rather than luring, you can also hand target the dog to roll onto his side. Mark when he is flat on the ground and then reward while he is still lying flat on the ground. This is Nina's less fluent side, so I'm hand targeting her over and just using my hand target to guide her into position, then feeding low. To build duration, cue weight and reward by bringing the treat in slowly towards him at ground level and while he is still lying flat. For the option of the dog lying on his back, you may be able to capture this movement if he offers it for a tummy rub. Tickle your tummy. Alternatively, you can teach your dog to roll onto his back from flat on his side. Be particularly careful that your dog doesn't bounce up from that position. Keep it calm and steady. You can lure or hand target him from the position flat on his side, a little further over onto his back and reward there. Using food in 2 hands. Using a hand target. You can actually see that she needs to use her muscles to maintain this position. Being very calm and avoiding any excited jumping up. Now pulling together the key elements of the trick. For the setup, your dog will be in an upright down in front of and facing you. You choose how far you are away from the dog, but you must not touch him. You will give your dog a verbal cue and or a hand signal to roll over onto his side or onto his back. You can kneel or bend if you wish to. Cues such as "you're dead" or action indicating that you are shooting the dog are not acceptable. For option A, the dog lies flat on his side. For option B, he lies on his back. The dog will lie in position for 3 seconds. The judge will indicate when that time has elapsed and the trick will then end. Now for some examples of the novice trick, Sleeping Beauty for 3 seconds.